So nearly 16 years ago, Nintendo launched the Wii, and with it came a game by the name of Wii Sports that little did we know at that time would take the world by storm, as it was essentially a tech demo to show off what the Wii motion controls could do, but it broke down generational barriers as anybody could understand how to pick up and play and enjoy that game regardless of if you were a gamer or not. We have since seen multiple iterations of the Wii Sports franchise, but it is now back on the Nintendo Switch in a big way with Nintendo Switch Sports. And in today's video, I want to boot up the game together, share my early gameplay impressions, and hopefully make a recommendation on whether or not Nintendo Switch Sports is for you. What's up, Nation? If it's your first time on the channel, make sure you join Sunbro Nation by subscribing below, hit the like button on this video if you enjoy it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. Now guys, it is the weekend and I am pumped for this video. Nintendo Switch Sports is finally here. I know this is more of a casual, anybody can play type of game, but if you grew up in the era that I did with the Wii, you probably have some nostalgia for Wii Sports, and this is, for all intents and purposes, a sequel to that. Of course, there was different iterations like Wii Sports Resort, and then they had one on the Wii U that I'm not even sure what it was called, but nobody was really a fan of that one. I will be curious to see how this one plays overall. Clearly, we have the Joy-Cons now today as opposed to the Wiimote. You don't have to worry about that light sensor bar that we used to have back in the day. And, you know, while there are some games missing, like I wish there was boxing involved because I loved boxing back on Wii Sports. And, you know, I'm hopeful they'll continue to add more. We know they're adding in golf in a free update. Let's hope they continue to add more past that. Even if they sell it as DLC down the line, I'm here for it. I'm just going to do the standard lane right now, hop through a few of the different sports and share my initial impressions on how it, you know, how it all plays and how it feels going together, especially on the single player for now. There is online modes and different things we'll talk through throughout the video. I'll have to do some quick customization because I haven't made my character or anything yet. So we'll get something going here. I can just actually hit random a few times until we get somebody that's halfway decent. All right. And we will hop into bowling and see what this is all about. Now, it's going to be interesting too, disclaimer, because I'm sitting in a chair and really, do I have to do it on the left one? Oh, no, you got to do both. Okay. So it's giving me a little tutorial here. Now, they also made me update my Joy-Cons right as soon as I launched the game, which is interesting. Also, thing about the Joy-Con situation is apparently third-party Joy-Cons do not work at all for this game, so that's kind of an issue in and of itself. And I think it forces you to play docked also, so Switch Lite, this is not going to be a game for you. But we'll see how this goes here. I am sitting in my chair still because I don't really have the camera set up correctly for me to be standing. I probably should have thought that through ahead of time, but we will make this work. So, oh, okay, so clearly not what we want to do. All right. So it's basically we're gonna go this and throw and swing. Oh, hang on, see if we can figure this out while holding down the ZR button without letting go. Oh, I don't let go, that's the whole thing. So I was letting go like right whenever I normally would. Okay, well, not the best, you know, first throw. That's okay though. Let me still try to scoot back in my chair just a little bit more. Got 6 pins on the board. Now you can of course always go side to side like this, and then it looks like it's Y and X will, no, X zooms in. Y and A will let you go more to the curved corner type of deal. And this feels fine so far. This feels exactly like what I remember with, I thought I would have gotten the spare at least on that. What I would have remembered with Wii Sports. So I'm hopeful that it just stays, you know, super accurate and super true to the formula. Now, there were like little techniques you could do to kind of twist and spin the ball. It does look like it has that kind of rotation based off of how you spin it. I am by no means an expert at bowling, especially when it comes to motion controls or in real life for that matter. But you know what? We'll just we'll go through a couple of these together. I am curious to see how the online play and leaderboards is going to work in this game, because I feel like for single player scenarios, that's definitely going to be how it's the most enjoyable for a lot of users out there. See if we can maybe bowl one strike. You guys, if you've already played this, maybe you'll know the exact formula and technique. I'm pretty sure I got to put a little curve on there in order to really get the strike the way we need to. But yeah, I'm going to be excited to see how everything stacks up with the online leaderboards, because I definitely think that that's going to be a big selling point. You know, because I'm not going to sit here and play this for very long just all alone. Definitely play online with friends, definitely play online against random people, and then also just, you know, hopefully they have some kind of XP system where you're globally ranked against other people, and then of course locally when you have other people over, it would be a great time to play as well. Now I'm going to go back to a different sports selection and we'll hop into whatever we choose to go into next. Okay, so just finished up Chambara, the little tutorial thing that they went through. You can actually fight 2 swords with this, which I had no clue. I guess I hadn't seen that in any of the trailers. You can kind of see how my hands are moving 1-to-1 with the character. Little bit of lag, not bad at all. Definitely feels good, as accurate, if not more accurate than what they had back in the Wii era of things. So now what's interesting is this definitely seems like this could devolve into just some chaos. But oh, see, and then apparently, so if you guard their hit, then okay, so if they guard your hit, you're gonna get like slightly knocked out for a second. Oh no, I think he's got his special attack done, because you actually have a thing where you swing with both Joy-Cons, and then you can do like a little charge spin attack. So we'll see if I can get through here. Okay, we got a KO out of that, so not half bad. I can see that one like just quickly devolving into with friends just to like crazy swinging and stuff. But there's definitely strategy, because you're gonna basically be pressing your either your right or left button to guard, in depending on which sword you have in your hand, which I don't know why it's cracking me up just seeing them walk around with 2 different swords all aimlessly. But regardless, if I hold this one, I'm now guarding with my right sword, and I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of like intricacy in the skill and things. Okay, we're gonna knock this guy out right away. No, we're not. Don't get cocky. Okay, so let's see if I can oh, I was guarding there, but yeah. So basically, you swing both at the same time, you use your charge shot, you guard depending on which sword you're holding in your hand. Of course, the 2 sword is just a option of the game. You don't have to play with 2 swords. As you've seen in the trailers, there's 1 sword mode, and there was something in the middle as well that I didn't even look at. But yeah, that's Chambara. I didn't know what this sport was until Nintendo Switch Sports. I mean, it just looks like, you know, basic sword fighting to me, but I can see that one being fun if you really take some time to get adjusted and used to the guarding techniques. And if you're playing against somebody who's super good, especially on online play, again, I'm sure is going to be crazy. So we'll go back to another sport and check out something different. And they're giving you tips kind of throughout the way, especially whenever you're first getting into it. I don't know if it'll tell you these tips every time or not. Soccer is another one that a lot of people talk about. Now, I did get the leg strap, but again, in interest of the filming setup here, I think we're just going to go ahead and stick to. Should I do 1-on-1 or 4-on-4? Teamwork is key. We'll just try 1-on-1 for now. We'll see how this plays in case if you do not have the leg strap. My understanding is the leg strap, it's just literally, it's a strap that puts the Joy-Con and you can put it right, like directly on your thigh. You've probably seen it already in different demonstrations and things. So I'm assuming just instead of me going like this, I would do the leg kick motion, and that's essentially the main difference. I am not following the safety guidelines. Hopefully I don't mess up the TV, but you guys can probably see that I do not have my wrist strap on. I've never liked those things, even since the Wii era. I just took that stuff off. Fortunately, to this day, knock on wood, no TVs have been broken. But I know that has unfortunately happened to some people out there. Okay, so this is just a kick. I'll get through the tutorial here and actually show you guys some gameplay real fast. So I guess it just never occurred to me in the trailer, but on soccer, you actually use both Joy-Cons to, of course, move your character around with the left. And then you have a dash mechanic. You can literally determine where the ball is going to go based off of which direction you swing, which I really like. I can see how this one's going to be fun and addictive. I guess I have a little stamina meter too. And then you have like a headbutt thing too, and I'm already in danger. Yeah, so I'm out of stamina now, so I probably shouldn't just be running around the entire time, but let's see if we can do the headbutt here. Yeah, so that headbutt is if you swing with both Joy-Cons. Definitely cool thing. I think I'm running a little bit. Oh, I got a goal. I think I'm running a little bit slower when my stamina meter is in the red like that. Yeah, clearly I've tired my guy out. But yeah, you have essentially the ZL mechanic will let you dash. You can do the headbutt. Depending on which direction you swing your Joy-Con is how the ball will go. So like if I want to kick it in the air, I'm going to swing it up. If I want to kick it on the ground, then I'm going to kick it down, and it's based off of the direction that you do as well. So I'm impressed with the control layout on this so far. I can see this online being a ton of fun with friends, and then definitely the 4v4 when you're working as a team together. A lot of people have said this is like Rocket League, but with motion controls. I haven't played a whole lot of Rocket League, although I know it's very popular. I can see the comparison, though. I absolutely can, because I mean, this honestly feels great for a soccer game. I think she's gonna get it. I want to just use all my stamina. Is she gonna score on me? No, I want to use all my stamina and make sure I keep up with the ball. But there is a strategy part that comes into play with that as well. See if we can hit it hard. Nope, she hit it instead, and this might be a problem. This might be a problem. And she scored her first goal against me. Well, and this is only on normal difficulty, by the way. Oh, because the golden ball, it's actually 2 and 2. So that's another interesting thing. So I guess we're tied now. So we'll see where it goes from here. See if we can redeem ourselves here. And I don't know if it's something that we're just playing till 3 points. I don't bother reading the rules a lot of times. You guys might notice that on my gameplay videos. I tend to skip past the text even whenever I'm supposed to be looking at it. That was not a good shot. I have a decent amount of stamina still, so we'll see if we can make something happen. But yeah, you have full camera controls. You can move around your exact viewpoint. Oh man, she kicked it a little bit too soon. I love that jump shot. It just has so much power. Oh, we might be okay. Oh, I don't know. Yep, we got it. We got a goal. This one's fun. So far, especially in terms of new sports. I mean, I like Chambara too. That's a lot of fun also. This is by far and away more fun though, in my opinion. I can see this being like one of those hours and hours of gameplay with friends, especially online. This is definitely the highlight so far. I think bowling's great too. And you know what about bowling is they have those different gameplay modes. So that's going to be a big deal whenever I finally get to check out those, because I like the different trick shots and things that are available. Maybe we're playing on a time clock. I think that's what's going on here. Or maybe I just won. We'll see. Golden. Okay, so points are doubled. So I got to watch out for this. Yeah, we have 6 seconds left on top. If I would just look at the HUD, that would be helpful, but I don't. And see, now that's how much power that had. Is I shot that ball all the way across just by doing that headbutt. So this is cool. This is definitely, it's a casual game. You're not gonna probably spend hundreds of hours on this, but you definitely are gonna be able to have a lot of fun with friends. And just play online and just really enjoy motion controls again, because for me, and I don't know how you guys feel about it, we'll check out badminton and then we'll probably call it after this, but for me, I don't mind motion controls at all when they are done right and when it's a game that's designed around them. The reason that I got real turned off from motion controls on the Wii era of gaming, and you guys let me know if you can relate to this, is every franchise was forced to use the motion controls. And even though like the cool concepts that came from that, like Zelda Skyward Sword, when you didn't have an option to play with a traditional controller, it just felt very forced. Now I have nostalgia for a lot of those games. It's fun to go back and play them, but now I have options on the Switch, and that's why I like to see stuff like this where we're getting new motion games, but you know what you're getting ahead of time, and you're not locked into motion only on the Nintendo Switch. So it's one of those. Oh, I guess, do I actually need to serve with this, and or maybe we just, yeah, there we go. I don't know what I did there. We'll figure it out together. So your character is automatically kind of following where the badminton, you don't call it a ball, I don't know what those things are called, I'm not really into badminton whatsoever. This is fun. It's kind of interesting to me that they did badminton and they did tennis. I don't know, seems like, why not bring in boxing? But yeah, motion like this is definitely, I think, having it as an option but not being forced is the sweet spot. And I love that Nintendo just built the Joy-Cons fully motion capable, not had to build the entire system around it and make us the entire gimmick for it. So I don't know, Nintendo's in their sweet spot in my opinion right now compared to where they were back in the day. The Wii, because it was such a mainstream device and it did really break down the barriers that anybody could play, we saw a lot of casual shovelware, besides the occasional great games like the Skyward Swords, like the Mario Galaxies of the world, even Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii. Like, there's definitely great Wii games, don't get me wrong, but I did definitely feel like in that era, being a Nintendo gamer, I was missing out on certain aspects, or I was just kind of disappointed with different games being forced to play everything motion. That said, as I mentioned, now we are in we've made it, the light at the end of the tunnel. We're through the other side now. We have both options to play. The most recent Mario Party Superstars, that's all button based. There's also a Mario that is primarily motion based, which would be Super Mario Party rather. So they need to go back to numbering them, because now between Mario Party Superstars and Super Mario Party, I get confused on those titles all the time. We'll go ahead and hopefully score one more point here if we can, and then we'll just call it after this. I will say, I don't know if the update did very much to the Joy-Cons, and not that I've ever had any complaints with the motion tracking before, but this does feel highly accurate in terms of it knowing where your hand is at and responding accordingly. So We got match point. I guess we might as well finish this off here. So let's see if we can just go for straight 5. Now, what could happen is, of course, the time that I decide to go forward, she might score a point, and then I might be out of luck. But definitely excited. Like my thing that I'm going to do from here, I'm actually having some family over tonight, so I will definitely boot this up and play this tonight with friends and family. And then also I'm going to dive into the leaderboard side of things and see how the whole online aspect works. Because as I mentioned, while it's fun to play against CPUs just for the heck of it, it's not really going to be something that I can see myself spending many hours doing this. But when friends are over and when I want to play online, this is definitely going to be a very enjoyable game, in my opinion. So at this point in the video, guys, I want to hear from you all personally. Have you picked up Nintendo Switch Sports? Are you planning on getting it at any time? Maybe you're just waiting for a sale in the future. What's your initial impressions now that the reviews have hit online? And are you sold enough to go ahead and get it right now? If you have already gotten it, definitely share with me whether or not you're enjoying it, and just all things Nintendo Switch Sports. I want to hear from you guys, your thoughts and opinions around the motion controls, how they work, the online play, the whole bit. So I do look forward to hearing from you guys in the comments down below before you leave the video, as I do look forward to getting a back and forth conversation started with you all around this topic. Make sure you check out yesterday's video if you haven't already, where we boot up the Nintendo Switch eShop Great Deals section together, walk through some notable discounts on games that I definitely think deserve a look from most gamers if you haven't already paid attention to them. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.